that the second unit is related to mainly the majority portion of this particular unit is related to corona power loss and the effect of high electrostatic fields. If you recollect, we have studied the corona phenomena as a part of breakdown of gaseous medium, that is ionization of air, in the high voltage engineering subject. And there it was just introduced how the air gets ionized and what is the effect of that ionization. Okay, effect of the ionization mainly it is due to the strong electric field on the surface of high voltage conductors, which is responsible for ionizing the air, and it causes hissing noise and maybe even the glow spots on the surface of the conductor. And we had one experiment where we had experienced the audible noise due to corona. But the scope of study of corona phenomena was restricted only as far as the understanding was concerned regarding ionization of air, how air gets ionized, and ionization of that air, it causes some physical phenomena which was to be observed. Okay, but it was not an in-depth corona study because corona is the effect of high voltage electric stress. There we were more focused on how the breakdown occurs. Okay, and not what exactly goes in detail with respect to the breakdown of air and then further ionization and then what is corona. In depth we didn't go there because the scope was limited only to the introduction that corona is the outcome of ionization. Okay, now we are coming across this one here in the case of second unit, corona power loss and the effect of electrostatic field. Okay, so just pay your attention. First of all, we have to again define corona. We have seen this definition. What is a corona? Okay, so basically, corona is a self-sustained, okay, electric discharge in which the field intensified ionization is observed over the charged conductors of high voltage lines, right? So this is the definition. It is a self-sustained electric discharge. Self-sustained, it is because of the intensified electric field surrounding the high voltage lines. So then what are the different types of corona that are observed? Okay, so there are two types of corona defined. One you have already experienced in the form of experiment in the 7th semester, audible corona. So what is the audible corona? Okay, basically audible corona is when the potential on high voltage line is increased above a critical disruptive voltage. So we are coming across some terms like critical, okay, then disruptive voltage. Now this term frequently will be coming across. When potential of high voltage lines is increased above a defined critical disruptive voltage. So disruptive means where the electric discharge starts. Okay, where the electric discharge starts. So it is defined critical disruptive voltage. A hissing noise is heard surrounding the conductor, and this phenomena is known as audible corona. Okay, this phenomena is known as audible corona. Then the second type of corona is what is called as a visual corona. When potential of the high voltage lines is increased further, okay, to such an extent that localized spots with violet glow, localized spots with violet glow appear on the surface of the conductor, right? Then the local visual corona phenomena is observed. Okay, localized spots. Please remember this term. That's why this is called as a local visual corona. Some spots on the conductor. In our high voltage engineering laboratory, we we do have an arrangement where there is a dark room and uh, an arrangement to energize the conductor to such an extent that localized spots are created. But in the demonstration, we could not catch that small amount of glow or light with a suitable camera, or that we could not include in the demonstration. Okay, so that is why we could not have the visual corona demonstration in the form of high voltage experiment. So the light is very negligible, and it's not possible to catch that on the camera and show it that it is occurring. So that's why that was not part of the demonstration that was shared with you. Okay. So corona, and there are two types explained here: audible and one type of corona, that is a local visual, localized spots. Right. We move ahead further to understand one more type of corona. Right. That is general visual corona. Right. So what is general visual corona? Complete ionization of air. Complete ionization of air surrounding the conductor produces a uniform violet glow along the length of the conductor. So then such a phenomena where complete ionization of air surrounding the air surrounding the conductor occurs, then this is called as a general visual corona. Okay. So these are the three types, audible, and two types are visual, general and local. At a later stage, we are going to have some problems related to calculation of corona power loss. There, you'll be making some calculations related to finding out critical disruptive voltage for local corona, and then critical disruptive voltage for the general corona, and so also the inception voltage, right? So in these definitions, obviously, we are coming across something which is called as some level of voltage which is responsible for enabling ionization of air surrounding the conductor. So there may be a question in our mind: exactly at what voltage will this occur? Will this occur at 230 volts, the line which we have at our home, or will this occur at 400 kV only, the transmission voltage level? Okay, will it not occur at 11 kV? And all these different kinds of questions are there in our mind. So that idea will be made clear here through the discussion on the corona phenomena and the critical voltage at which it occurs, right? Now let us come to the discussion of corona formation process. Corona formation process. How does corona occur? So always you know the basic theory behind corona formation, right? As you have studied the breakdown theories of in the high voltage engineering, how the gases they undergo the dissociation, the Townsend's effect, and the Paschen law. That was a part. So Townsend's effect, first ionization coefficient, second ionization coefficients. Okay, free electrons are present. So let us go through those particular points related to the discussion. How does corona occur? Basically, as the potential on the power conductor is increased, right, the voltage gradient around the surface of the conductor increases. This is very obvious that as the voltage level increases, right, as the potential of power conductor is increased, the electric field surrounding this conductor will increase as well. Because see, potential on the conductor basically means the presence of charge, because the line has got certain finite capacitance, so it will have a charge. Charge will be stored on the line as it carries some potential. And there are free electrons present in the air. This is very important. Free electrons are present in the air, which are mainly due to either radioactivity or the cosmic rays surrounding the conductor. Free electrons are present in the air, and it is very easy to prove that charges are present. Okay, even at our home, whenever we come across some, maybe some kind of plastic bodies or nets or something, no, it gets charged as you wave that particular net or plastic net or something like this, or a woolen cloth through the air, no, it gets charged. So naturally, where does the charge comes from? Charge we are not supplying. We are charges are not present on our body. There are neither the electric charges are flowing out of your power points, isn't it? So where the charges are coming from? You may realize that whenever we tend to blow the woolen cloth or some sort of a blanket through the air, and we try to hold it in our hand, so it always gives you some sort of a sensation, no? Some kind of a short discharge takes place. So where these electrons are coming from? These electrons are coming in the form of static charges. These are present in the free air. Very easy to realize that. And naturally, this causes the uh, ionization. Okay, so free electrons are present in the air, and the voltage gradient will influence them. Okay, now under the influence of electric field, these free electrons tend to move with certain velocity, right? Because we are talking about extra high voltage, right? So it's an alternating voltage. So free electrons will be attracted during the positive half cycle of voltage, and they will be repelled during the negative half cycle of your voltage. And this will set them into a motion, and they will move with certain velocity depending upon the field strength. The electrons will collide with the neutral molecules of air, and they will be able to dislodge additional electrons from these molecules. So this is ionization. This process is known as ionization of air. This is in detail. Townsend has explained this, and later on Paschen's law also explains it. Ultimately, it will form an electron avalanche. Ultimately, it will form an electron avalanche. So corona formation process: increase in voltage gradient, presence of free electrons, and ionization of air depending on the field strength. Okay, so these are the first two steps towards corona formation process. But yet it is only ionization. What is corona actually? So sustained electric discharge as you defined. Let us move to the next slide. Right. So observe, ionization of air causes initiation of corona. So this is very important. Ionization of air, it causes initiation of corona. Okay. A hissing noise is heard surrounding the conductor, known as audible corona. A further increase in potential, it causes localized spot with violet glow. This is known as visual corona. And complete ionization of air produces uniform violet glow all along the length of the conductor. So this is called as a general corona. So stage wise, as the voltage becomes more intense, first only the noise is heard. Then if voltage is strong enough, it may create local spots with the glow. And if it is further intense, then it may even cause complete ionization. Okay. So this is what the corona formation process is, isn't it? And in all these processes and definitions that we have seen, we are coming across some very important term, right? That will be frequently used while working on this particular topic on corona power loss is critical disruptive voltage. Okay, so let us define what is a critical disruptive voltage. Let us define what is a critical disruptive voltage. Critical disruptive voltage is defined as the voltage at which disruption of dielectric occurs. It is the voltage at which disruption of dielectric occurs. Okay. Disruption means that the air as a dielectric present surrounding the conductor, it will start conducting due to collision and avalanche of electrons. And it is the minimum potential required between the conductors so as to start the ionization. So critical disruptive voltage, it is denoted as VCD. It is denoted as VCD. Okay. Frequently, we are going to use this at a later stage for some derivations and for calculation purpose. Right. So critical disruptive voltage. What is critical disruptive voltage? Critical disruptive voltage is where, right, disruption of dielectric occurs. It is the minimum potential required between conductors so as to start the ionization. Okay. Critical disruptive voltage is the initiation of corona. Corona has begun. It will start at this particular voltage. Below this voltage, there is no corona. Above this voltage, there is a corona phenomenon. Okay. Right. Next, we define the visual critical voltage. Next definition is a visual critical voltage. Visual critical voltage, it is defined as critical disruptive voltage at which the corona starts, right? Visual critical voltage, it is defined as a critical disruptive voltage at which the visual corona starts. Okay. Here I think is word critical. Just a minute. Let me just edit this particular part. Okay. So some minor correction was there that I made. Okay. So visual critical voltage and critical disruptive voltage. Critical disruptive voltage where corona just begins, it is an inception voltage, and then visual critical voltage, it is a again critical disruptive voltage, but where visual corona starts. So this will be slightly higher than this. Okay. Let us move to the next slide. Right. Now we are coming across finding the value of that critical disruptive voltage for different combinations of line conductors. Okay. We want to find out how corona occurs and what is that voltage at which the corona inception takes place, isn't it? So some simple derivations will be taken, we are going to cover under this particular section, right? So very first section, this is regarding the critical disruptive voltage for a single polished conductor. Critical disruptive voltage for a single polished conductor. That means you can consider that there is a single conductor, right, which is at a height of capital H and having diameter is equal to twice R and maintained at potential V. This will be, of course, a high voltage, right? And although this conductor is shown to be floating above the ground, but you may consider that it is being held above ground with through some suitable insulation arrangement through a transmission tower and all. For simplicity of study, the transmission tower and all is not shown because that doesn't really form the part of actual study that we are going to use for the derivation. Critical disruptive voltage for a single polished conductor. Okay. So we know what is corona. We know what are the types of corona. We know how it is how the corona formation takes place, isn't it? And from that we have defined, we have come across inception voltage, critical disruptive voltage. So we want to know what is it. Okay. For that we take a single polished conductor, single conductor. This is not even a single phase line. This is a single polished conductor, right? And naturally the method of images is used here. So below the ground surface, right, at the same depth equal to the height of the conductor above ground, an image conductor is imagined in order to consider that this ground is an equipotential surface and it's a zero potential at it. This method is just gives you better result as far as the calculations for voltage stresses are concerned. Okay. In the first unit we have seen similar calculation with and without of effect of ground. Okay. But with effect of ground, it is considered as a standard and more accurate. So we continue with that one. So this is the main conductor. This is the imaginary conductor. It shows image. Okay, this is the ground surface and other dimensions. What we want to find out here is that what is the voltage at which this conductor will have corona surrounding it. Okay, at what voltage there will be corona formation. So let us check with that part. We move to the next slide. The derivation actually is very simple. Not exactly derivation. We just want to write the equations and put some condition that will give us the value. Okay. Now the electric field on the surface of the conductor. Generally, we are always worried about how much is the electric field on the surface of the conductor. Electric stress very close to the conductor surface. Capital E is equal to V upon R ln twice H by R. This is a standard form. This is a standard form. We have used it. We have used it in the first unit also. If you refer those videos, you will be able to realize. And moreover, for a line conductor, okay, having potential V, it is very easy to write. For line conductor, the nature of electric field and potential will always have a natural log of ratio of two terms. Okay. So what is the first term? In the numerator, it is the distance from its image upon the distance from the center of the conductor or axis of the conductor. So we are trying to calculate electric stress on the surface of the conductor. So distance of the surface from its center is radius. So R, ln twice H by R. Distance from the image divided by the distance from the conductor axis itself, right? So E is equal to V upon R ln twice H bar is the standard form, okay, for a single line having potential V. So this is the electric stress on the surface of the conductor. That's why this is R, okay. We are interested in at what voltage it will occur. So let us say if the potential is V, then it can be expressed in terms of electric stress as R E ln twice H by R. Okay, just taking this term on the left hand side and rearranging the equation. So this is the equation for potential. Potential can be expressed in terms of conductor dimensions, right, and electric stress. Okay. So please remember that this electric stress, it will be corresponding to ionization potential if this has to be critical disruptive voltage. Okay, we want to find out at what voltage in this equation will electric stress be equal to ionization potential. Then only this will be called as a equation representing corona inception voltage. Okay, so this equation, this is very important, basic equation. But when will this equation represent critical disruptive voltage? This will represent critical disruptive voltage when the electric stress on the surface of the conductor corresponds to the ionization potential. It corresponds to the ionization potential of the air surrounding the conductor. So that is why we put E as equal to delta times of E0. Okay, and very rightly you have to realize that, right, for ionization to occur, E0 is substituted as a breakdown strength of air. अगर आयनाइजेशन होता है सक्सेसफुली कंडक्टर के सरफेस के पास में, तभी ये वोल्टेज जो है वो कहलाएगा critical disruptive voltage. Okay, so that is why instead of any general electric stress, we substitute just the stress required for occurring strength for occurrence of ionization or breakdown of air. Air यदि breakdown हो रही है surface पर, तो E0 अगर हम substitute करते हैं, so then this E, then there may be a question why we are not substituting E directly as equal to E0. What is this delta? right? So this delta is actually the air density correction factor. This delta is called as the air density correction factor because the breakdown strength of air, the standard potential breakdown strength of air, it is under standard operating condition. It is under standard operating condition where the temperature is set to certain value, maybe 21 or 23 degrees Celsius, and barometric pressure, atmospheric pressure is 1 atmosphere or 760 torr. Okay, so this is under standard atmospheric conditions, but your actual conductor may not be in the same atmospheric condition. Okay, it may, the temperature may be 31 degree, 40 degree in summer, it may vary. So this factor takes into account variation in temperature and atmospheric pressure while applying ionization of air. Okay, this is a standard value, and this takes care of variation in the atmospheric condition. So we substitute E is equal to delta E0, breakdown strength of air. So when we substitute electric stress to be breakdown strength of air, then on the left hand side, what is obtained is the voltage at which breakdown will occur on the surface of the conductor, because this we are calculating on the surface of the conductor, and corona is a phenomena which is mainly occurring near the conductor surface. So that's why this voltage will be then called as a critical disruptive voltage for a single polished conductor. So we replace V by VCD. So VCD will be equal to R delta E0 ln twice H upon R kilovolts RMS. Okay, critical disruptive voltage. Please remember here, the unit is not kilovolt per centimeter because this is voltage, is not an electric stress. Electric stress is this. We have to substitute standard breakdown strength of the air, which is 30 kV per centimeter as a peak value, or 30 by root 2 kV per centimeter as a RMS value. Okay, so this is a very simple, straightforward relation. For a single conductor on the surface, the electric field is given like this. That's why the potential can be expressed in terms of electric field. But we want to arrive at a voltage at which this electric field will correspond to the breakdown strength of air. So we substitute E as equal to E0 and then multiplied by a factor delta, because E0 is under standard atmospheric condition. Actual atmospheric condition where you are trying to find out voltage may differ. So this factor, we are going to see what this factor represents, and it takes into account variation of temperature and pressure. Okay, and as we substitute, we arrive at a very, very important explanation, this equation. Okay, that is called as a critical disruptive voltage or corona inception voltage for a single conductor line having radius of conductor as R and the height of the conductor above ground as H. Okay, so this is expressed in the RMS. Okay, let us now move ahead to realize what is delta and what is E0. Here we have mentioned that is the breakdown strength. We have to mention the values or equation for delta and E0 and what are the standard atmospheric conditions, that also we would like to specify. Let us move to the next slide. Okay, so here it is, air density correction factor. Air density correction factor, it is represented as delta. This you use for the calculation in one of the experiments while you worked for the sphere gap assembly experiment in the 7th semester practical. This is equal to 3.92 into B upon 273 plus T, right? 3.92 into B upon 273 plus T, right? So what is B? B is the atmospheric pressure in centimeters of mercury, Hg, right? And T is the atmospheric temperature. So you can see that this factor actually takes care of atmospheric condition. See, why we are worried so much about atmospheric condition? That may be a question in your mind. It is because we are talking about transmission lines, and it is because we are talking about corona, right? And corona is because of the free electrons present in the air. You can see that actually presence of free electrons in the air is subject to the weather condition. is subject to what is the temperature, what is the pressure. Accordingly, the density of electrons and the behavior of electron ionization, it is affected. ठीक है, जो हमने ब्रेकडाउन थ्योरी स्टडी की उसमें आपको पता चलेगा कि इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन सो मेनी थिंग्स, टेम्परेचर, प्रेशर, स्मूथनेस ऑफ द सिलेंड्रिकल दिस कंडक्टर सरफेस, okay, presence of moisture, presence of dust and dirt, and so many other things. Okay, so 3.92 plus V upon 273 plus T, this is the air density correction factor. And the standard value of breakdown strength of air is 30 by root 2 kV per centimeter RMS. Please remember this value very well. Okay, you might be remembering a value, standard breakdown strength of air is equal to 30 kV per centimeter, but then that is a peak value. 30 kV per centimeter, it is a peak value. Since it is a sinusoidal voltage, that's why the RMS value of voltage will be 30 by root 2. RMS value will be peak value by root 2 for a sinusoidal voltage. So kV per centimeter, standard value 30 by root 2 kV per centimeter. Please remember, this is the electric stress, electric field, kV per centimeter and RMS. So that means 1 centimeter column of air is capable of withstanding a peak voltage of 30 kV. This is a reference, this is a standard. Whenever we study different types of insulators, we always compare their relative electric stress or electric handling capacity, dielectric strength with respect to the dielectric strength of air, 30 kV per centimeter peak or 30 by root 2 kV per centimeter RMS. And this value of standard potential for breakdown is under standard atmospheric condition where T is equal to 25 degrees Celsius and barometric pressure B is equal to 76 centimeters of Hg. So if you substitute T here, 273 plus 25 here, okay, and then in the numerator, right? So 76 centimeters of Hg, if you substitute, this will delta will turn out to be 1. So, okay, so standard atmospheric condition, T is equal to 25 degrees Celsius, B is equal to 76 centimeters. So these values you have to remember, and you try to substitute these values in this equation, you will realize that actually delta will turn out to be 1 for this. Okay,